All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39. Gun, 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 gun. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's done. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. Over.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Stop shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers going to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first, they go right back to Howard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4th. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Hot.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. But it's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. And even 50 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
And on the ground they go with a running back. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. For touchdown. Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, it's Drake. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down at the 28. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Elliott is good. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Inside.
They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now it's Rodgers. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, they run with Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Freeman again. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On second down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Check 26, check 26.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. He's at the 30. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Again, this is Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's Njoku over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
319. 58.
A give to Howard. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
319. Right now, you got 58.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll run it here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Inside. No.
Running with Kamara. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
We got 3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
158.
On the ground, Kamara. Oh, good move. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. This is Howard on 2nd down. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.